Hey everybody, it's Rob here. So the family and I did some hiking a couple weeks ago on the Gahudi Trail at Fort Mountain State Park. So if you hadn't been on that trail, check it out. It's a very nice trail. It's got waterfalls and scenic overlooks, everything you would want in a hiking trail, and it's 8 miles long, so it's a good trail. It's rated difficult. So take some snacks and some water with you. But it gave me an opportunity to try out my new hiking or trekking poles. These are the York Nordic trekking poles. So there's something very unique about these poles that I'm going to tell you about in just a second. But before I get into that, let me get the technical stuff out of the way. I've got my notes here, so I'll just read this to you. Each pole weighs 9 ounces without the cap and the foot on the end. So you're not going to use it without that cap. So you can count on about a 10-ounce pole. And by the time you put this that foot on there, you know, you're above 10 ounces. So I'm not sure if that's if you consider that ultralight. I'll let you be the judge of that. If it is ultralight, it's at the upper end of it. But they extend from 22 1/4 inches to 57 inches long. It's made from 70-75 aluminum, which is aircraft quality. They're very strong, very sturdy. It comes with a tungsten steel tip, rubber feet, and a snow basket, or sand basket, depending on where you're using it, and a travel bag. So the travel bag is not something I have much use for, but it is kind of neat. It's got a drawstring at the top. It's got the logo, a shoulder strap, and a little pocket on the front that has the snowshoe in it. Or I'm not sure what you would put in there, but that's kind of neat. So these are York Nordic. These are, I guess, trekking poles designed for Nordic walking, but they're basically the same as trekking poles. So what I might do is just remove that big foot and put a smaller one on there. That'll reduce the weight a little bit. And the poles are made in the USA with some components from China. I don't know which components. I couldn't find that information. So, but they are made in the USA. They're shipped within the USA, and all the reviews that I read said they had great customer service. They also come with a 5-year warranty, which is pretty good for a set of trekking poles. At this time, or at the time of the video, they are selling on Amazon for $50 for a pair. That's what I paid for mine, and I think I saw them on the Walmart site for a few dollars more. But as you know, those prices are going to change. So shop around, get your best price, do your thing. So let me get into the likes and dislikes about these poles. So first of all, the first like is the removable cap on the top. That's a very comfortable cap when it's on. So if you're using it to hike, you can put your hand on top. It feels really good under your hand, or you can use your strap and you put your thumb on top, whatever. But it's a comfortable handle. But you can take that off pretty quickly and easily. And this is what I like about these poles. When you take that cap off, you expose a threaded, 1/4 inch threaded rod that cameras and binoculars can screw right onto. So you can put a GoPro camera on there, any action camera, any camera actually. They all have that threaded insert in the bottom of the camera bodies. Now, when I add this GoPro 7 and with a mount, it takes it up to 16 ounces, which is a pound. Now on the trail, it didn't feel heavy to me. After 8 miles, I never felt like I needed to switch hands or anything like that. So the weight wasn't an issue for me. Of course, every hiker has to know what they're comfortable with, and you have to make that decision on is trail value worth the weight of an item. And the way I see it is, if the item has multiple purposes, it helps justify the additional weight if it's a little heavier. So, and in this case, trekking poles already have 2 purposes. They operate as poles, walking poles, and tent poles. And now this adds 2 more purposes. It can be used as a selfie stick or a monopod for binoculars or cameras. So that makes it multi-purpose. So the extra ounce or two, you might be able to justify that. Dislikes, those are the likes. Now the only thing that I really, and I wouldn't even call this a dislike, is that big foot. I don't really care for that. The trails I hike on in North Georgia, they tend to have a lot of roots, and that snagged on a couple of roots because it flares out. But that's not a big deal. I've got plenty of those laying around the garage. Smaller ones that I'll put on there, like this, on my old pole. So I'll put those on there, and so I'm not even going to call that a dislike. So that's it for the likes and dislikes. My thoughts on this is it's a good hiking pole. First and foremost, that's what it is. It's a trekking pole, hiking pole. And it's a good one. It's very sturdy. The flip locks make it easy to adjust. It adjusts really quick. And I do tend to adjust mine on the trail quite a bit. The thing I like most about it on the trail is your camera's ready. I normally have my GoPro clipped to my backpack shoulder strap, which is great for, when you're hiking on trail and you want to record the hike on the trail. But when you see something off the trail and you want to take a picture of it, I normally just unclip it and hold the camera out and take a picture, but you're limited to the length of your arm. If you already have your camera on this, it's ready to go. So you can just twist it and extend that out even further. So it gives you some extended reach or more elevation if you want to hold it up. You can use it as a selfie stick to record somebody behind you that's hiking, or over the shoulder shot of the person in front of you. So you know what selfie sticks are, the benefit, and not a lot of hikers carry selfie sticks because it's just added weight, and just who needs the extra weight? So that's one benefit. Now there were a couple of times when it really came in handy on this hike. There was a small little waterfall on a little trickling brook, and it had some brush in front of it, and I was able to just extend the camera, record, and go past the brush and get a picture of the little waterfall, which was kind of neat. I didn't have to go crawling through the brush to get closer, so I like that. Another time there was a larger waterfall, and I wanted to get close to the water without getting in the water. And I know myself, if I get over there on those slippery rocks, I'm going in and I'm going all the way down the waterfall. So I was able to use the reach of the pole to get the camera over there and kept myself dry, and no broken bones from sliding down a waterfall, so that was good. The camera is out and ready too, and that's another thing that I realized on the hike, and I realized this because we encountered a bear on the trail. The bear was about 25 feet away from the trail. He was kind of walking parallel to the trail. We didn't really see him till we were right up on him. By the time we saw the bear, his full attention was on us, and that's not a time when you want to go digging through a camera bag and pulling out cameras and focusing and trying to get a picture of a bear. When a bear's full attention is on you and he's that close, you need to keep moving. To stop and look that bear in the eye, you're challenging a bear, and that's not a good idea. So having the camera there on the pole, I just hit record and aimed it in that direction and kept moving slowly away, so the bear wasn't threatened in any way by us. And if he was looking for food, he didn't feel like we were looking for the same food. So he went on about his business when he noticed we were walking away. Now, something 25 feet away with a GoPro camera, that wide angle lens, it's not going to be a great picture. But hey, it's a bear on a trail, and I wanted to get a shot. I'll show you the bear. I'll edit that in so you can see it. So that's neat to be able to have your camera ready to go with a little bit more reach. There was one time when we were at an overlook, and I wanted to get the camera up because I like the limbs on the trees higher up. And I was able to raise it up and rest it on a limb and get a pretty neat shot. The pole actually helps steady the cam too. The GoPro 7 that I use has built-in stabilization, but when you hold it by the strap or just hold it by the grip, the additional weight on the bottom, it's going to keep the camera, keep the horizontal correct on it, and so it helps stabilize it. The straight grip, I didn't think I was going to care for that because I'm used to, my old poles had a pistol grip. But it didn't bother me because I use the strap. So I didn't miss the pistol grip. So I'm happy with the purchase. I like it, and so I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy these poles and get some better pictures and video while I'm using them. That's it as far as my comments and likes and dislikes. So if you have any questions, if there's something that I didn't cover or that you want to ask me, put it in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. And if you want to see some more reviews, just like and subscribe and hit the bell. I'm not going to do reviews on things right out of the box. I'm only going to do a review on something if I've been able to get out and use it. So that way I feel comfortable about speaking to it. So anyways, thanks for watching the video, and I might see you out there on the trail somewhere. If you do, say hello.